And much has been said about the legacy of giving tonight. Our next honoree, Barbara Eiswerth's legacy and her reputation for helping refugees who came here granted asylum from prosecution is known far and wide around the world.
That's right. Many of the refugees she's helped tell her they already knew of her before they got to the United States. Word of her good works for refugees got back to them in their homeland by those she'd already helped in Tucson with her Iskashitaa Refugee Harvesting Network.
You could say Tucson's Barbara Eiswerth is reaping what she has sown.
Iskashitaa is a Mai word from the Somali Bantu, which means working cooperatively together.
Barbara saw two needs in the Tucson community. The first was helping refugees who came here to live. The second was stopping the thousands of pounds of food waste in the city. That was when Barbara created the Iskashitaa Refugee Harvesting Network.
It gives refugees, UN refugees arriving from Africa, Asia, and Middle East, the opportunity to give back to the country and the community that have offered them refuge and sanctuary. What I found was we connected through food and local food, so we could slow or stop food waste in our neighborhoods by connecting the refugees with volunteer opportunities. They could learn English, they could learn to navigate the city while learning what fruits and vegetables grow here.
They harvest more than 75,000 pounds of food every year, donating it to 20 different organizations, including food banks and homeless shelters in Tucson. Iskashitaa also encourages refugees to use their knowledge and skills to create the products that help generate income for their families.
When I came down here, I met Barbara and a few other refugees who she has impacted and spent a few hours with them, and seeing the impact that Barbara and the organization has had in the lives of these refugees was very impressive.
She's a wonderful lady. She spent the whole time, just doing a lot of activities with the refugees to help with how they can, be a good citizen in this country and how to, to make their life better.
I think it's her incredibly large heart. She's just got a real way of quickly identifying with people and relating to their journey and what they've been through, and wanting to ease that journey, wanting to learn as much as she can about their culture and their experience and what they have to teach her.
Barbara Eiswerth planted seeds of understanding, hope, and encouragement in the Tucson community. Now she reaps the rewards coming from the very people she's inspired.
I get to witness healing. I get to witness friendships grow with the staff and the volunteers. I get to see their lives changed.
And right now, let's welcome Tucson's Barbara Eiswerth to the Hon Kachina stage. She's joined by our sponsor, Scott Trout of SRP, and her council advocate, Joe Morris.
Changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. Don't imagine you're too familiar, and I don't see you anymore.
Good evening. As you just heard, but perhaps can't pronounce, Iskashitaa is a Somalian word meaning working cooperatively together. I believe that it is in this spirit that we are here today with the Hon Kachina Council. The dedication, compassion, perseverance of our volunteers and our UN refugees all pay off in building a better Arizona community. Volunteering to me not only provides the opportunity to give, but to receive through friendship, healing, and cross-cultural exchange, such as through cooking. One of my favorite things, local food. I teach them how to make prickly pear syrup. They teach me how to make pickled pumpkin seed paste. Who knew? It took me a few years before I realized how very important it was to the very people I was serving that community service was critical to their healing, social interaction, sense of obligation to give back to Arizona. I'm reminded of a dear friend, Farah, who had a large old American flag covering the entire wall of his tiny kitchen. I asked, where'd that come from? He proudly said, "Recycle America," where he worked sorting garbage on an assembly line. "I saved it like you saved me," he said joyfully. We changed lives, those of many refugees and also those of the volunteers. We changed lives. I have experienced profound gratitude for the many life lessons and seen incredible growth working with high schoolers, university interns, and volunteers, both young and old, and sometimes very old. 90 years old is my oldest volunteer. As perspectives broaden, lives are ever changed in positive ways. When a new refugee arrives from a refugee camp in Nepal or Kenya and communicates to us, he has heard about our life-changing work tens of thousands of miles away. It tells me that our volunteer work matters. It matters enough for refugees to write home about it. Thank you for this special honor tonight.